With this earbud and its charges, I'm going to teach you about 4 diseases of musculoskeletal disorder: postmenopausal osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Paget disease of bone, and giant cell tumor of bone. And what I'm going to teach you in these 4 diseases, because these 4 diseases, one particular pathway plays an important role in the disease development, and that pathway is called RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway. This pathway is normally present in all human beings to control the bone remodeling. To explain this concept, that what is actually the RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway and where exactly it goes wrong to cause these diseases like giant cell tumor of the bone, so many giant cells are seen, or postmenopausal osteoporosis, I'm going to explain this concept of this RANK-RANKL pathway and where exactly it goes wrong, step-by-step manner. So let's imagine for the time being that this is an immature osteoclast, and this immature osteoclast is expressing a receptor. Let's say this receptor's name is RANK. The R of the RANK stands for receptor. The RANK has a full name, receptor activated nuclear factor kappa B. You can forget that name for the time being, just call it short name, the RANK. And just remember, in the RANKs, R stands for the receptor, and this receptor is situated over the surface of immature osteoclast. Let's imagine this is an immature osteoclast. Now what happened, that this is osteoclast C, which cuts the bone or crushes the bone. Now how this immature osteoclast would be converted into mature osteoclast, that is controlled by osteoblast. Osteoblast means B, OSTEOBLST, which builds the bone. Now what happens, let's imagine that osteoblast, they can release a ligand for this RANK receptor, because RANK is a receptor, RANK, R stands for receptor. The receptor is lying over the immature osteoclast. So let's say the ligand for it is released by osteoblast, which builds the bone. And if this ligand binds with the RANK, that means RANKL binds with the RANK, this immature osteoclast will be activated, will be differentiated and activated, and start destroying the bone, resorbing the bone, crushing the bone. So this is how the activation of osteoclast is controlled by the osteoblast. Now another interesting thing is there, that these osteoblasts, they synthesize another thing which is called osteoprotogerin. Now osteoprotogerin is a receptor which can bind also with the RANK ligand, RANKL. Now if the RANK ligand binds with this osteoprotogerin, what would happen? The osteoprotogerin is basically blocking this RANK ligand. So if the osteoprotogerin binds with the RANK ligand, the RANK ligand, that means this, they cannot bind with the RANK receptor, because RANK is a receptor which is lying over the osteoclast surface, immature osteoclast surface anymore. So what would be the outcome? This immature osteoclast would remain as immature, inactivated osteoclast. So body is basically controlling that when and how this osteoclast will be activated through a RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway. This RANK is a receptor which is lying over the surface of the osteoclast, immature osteoclast, and its conversion to mature osteoclast could be controlled, its activation would be controlled by RANK ligand, this where, and if it binds with this, this would become activated. And who is releasing this? Osteoblast. But osteoblasts are also releasing another thing, which is osteoprotogerin, which can block this RANK ligand. So if osteoprotogerin is too much, what would happen? Osteoprotogerin would block the RANK ligand, and RANK ligand cannot bind with the RANK anymore. So through this RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway, actually the body is basically controlling the osteoclast activation. Now what is happening let's say, what is the role of RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway in various diseases? A very important disease through where this overactivation occurs of this pathway is postmenopausal osteoporosis. Postmenopausal osteoporosis, what happens? Estrogen levels decline. When the estrogen levels decline, certain cytokine levels rises. IL-1, IL-6, TNF-alpha. You can forget the name, that does not matter. But the rise of the cytokine levels, what they cause, they increase the expression of the RANKL and decreases the expression of OPG. So if more RANKL is available to bind with RANK on the surface of the osteoclast, what would happen? There will be more osteoclast would be activated. And if decreased osteoprotogenin is there, then there is not much osteoprotogenin to block that RANKL also. So by controlling the increased RANKL expression and decreased OPG, we can control the activation of the osteoclast. So in postmenopausal osteoporosis, what is happening? When estrogen levels decline, certain cytokine levels arises, and that increases the expression of RANKL by the osteoblast and decreases the expression of the OPG. Now, as more RANKL is available, this RANKL is coming and binding with RANK, and this immature osteoclast is getting activated, osteoclast, which can cause bone crushing or bone resorption. And that's why in postmenopausal osteoporosis, what you see, that the bone destruction outpaces the bone formation. And that's why there will be quantitative reduction in the bone mass, which is causing postmenopausal osteoporosis. Similarly, this is important this RANK-RANKL path is important in giant cell tumor also, which I discussed yesterday. Giant cell tumor, what is happening? The tumor cells are expressing more RANKL, and these RANKLs are now coming and binding with the RANK over the immature osteoclast. These immature osteoclasts are becoming activated and they're forming multinucleated giant cells, and that's why in giant cell tumor, the tumor has a tendency to cause excessive bone resorption. That's a very important point. Similarly, this also plays a role in the Paget disease of bone and also in rheumatoid arthritis. And that's why the RANKL inhibitor, Denosumab, plays an important role to control excessive bone resorption or destruction in many diseases nowadays. Like postmenopausal osteoporosis, it plays a role in the giant cell tumor of bone, which I discussed yesterday. So the point is that you need to fundamentally understand a very important pathway, which is RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway. This pathway plays a role in a lot of diseases in musculoskeletal disorders, like I mentioned, postmenopausal osteoporosis, giant cell tumor of bone, osteoclastoma, Paget disease of bone, excessive resorption of bone also occurs by this pathway, and also I mentioned the GCT, giant cell tumor of bone. And the basic idea of this is that you need to understand what is the normal pathway of the OPG RANK-RANKL. Normally, an immature osteoclast can express the RANK, which is a receptor. This receptor, when it binds with the RANK ligand, where is RANK ligand, and when they bind, this immature osteoclast will be converted into mature osteoclast, and they will start causing bone resorption. And to prevent that, to control that this uncontrolled bone resorption does not occur, the osteoblast who is producing this RANKL, they also can produce a decoy receptor, they say osteoprotogen, OPG. This plug is OPG. And if OPG binds with this, obviously RANKL is now blocked. So RANKL cannot bind with the RANK. And through this pathway, this RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway, body can control that how and when and how much remodeling, bone remodeling can occur, and when there is the necessity to cause bone resorption. And also if there is an abnormality in this pathway, this RANK-RANKL-OPG pathway, pathologies of musculoskeletal disorders like postmenopausal osteoporosis or Paget disease or excessive bone resorption, which is seen in rheumatoid arthritis, where the T cells can express, the joint can express this RANKL, excessive RANKL, or diseases like GCT, where there is excessive giant cell formation occurs as a reactive bone formation, which causes excessive capacity of destruction of the bone, which is a very characteristic feature of the GCT. So this is the points that you need to keep in mind about the RANK-RANKL and OPG. OPG stands for osteoproteogenetic pathway, which is very important in the MSK pathologies. Thank you so much.